Dozens of multi-billion-dollar enterprises have all waged war against you, and they won't stop until they win. They won't stop until every last second of your time is spent on their platforms. And their most powerful weapon? Micro-habit manipulation. Now, before I explain what that is, you really need to understand how normal habits are formed. And the easiest way to explain that is by imagining your brain as a computer. When you do something new, whether it be learning to play an instrument or getting a glass of water, your brain creates a neural pathway to remember how to do it. The more that you do that action, the clearer and stronger this pathway becomes. Now, you can kind of think of it like a grassy field. The first time you walk through the grass, you won't see your path very clearly. But after you've walked down the same stretch of grass for a bit, your path becomes very clear. And as the grass flattens, the path strengthens. And it's the exact same concept with habits in your brain. That is why you can brush your teeth without thinking, because you've done it so much that it's become second nature. You simply do it without consciously thinking. Now, if I were to ask you what the third last Instagram reel or TikTok you watched, you wouldn't be able to tell me, because quite frankly, you wouldn't remember. Even if I asked you as you're watching them, you wouldn't be able to tell me what the third last reel you watched. Now, why is that? Well, because what happens as you're watching them is that your brain, it kind of just starts to turn off. Those multi-billion-dollar enterprises have not only hacked your brain, but also found a way to turn it on and off. On command. When you're scrolling through those dozens of reels, your brain is quite literally not functioning. And I'm gonna show you a brain scan in a second. Now, the most interesting part is that when your brain turns back on, you don't even remember why you opened the app in the first place. I mean, just think about how many times you've opened Instagram or YouTube in order to search for something specific, but then as soon as you opened it, you see a highly clickbaity thumbnail, click on it, and start watching the video. Or you see a reel that starts autoplaying, and without even thinking about it, you start watching it, and when you see you've already been sucked into watching this entire reel, you're already on to watching the next one. And when you realize that's happening, you don't even remember why you opened the app in the first place. You remember that you had something to do, but you can't even remember what it was. Why? Because they just reset your brain on purpose.